Good morning, class. This is our third and final video quiz, so let's go ahead and jump into my responses for Unit 7's reading assignment. Number one, what did you learn about this concept that you did not know? I promise I'm not trying to take the easy way out, but I actually wasn't familiar with the definition. I am familiar with the term global citizen, but not globalization. The preview of the video that we were able to access on study.com provided a better definition than the LinkedIn slideshow, so I'll talk about that. Their definition is the integration of world politics, economies, and cultures from one or more countries to another. That concept is inclusive of cultural, economic, and political dimensional influences. The impact is greater because globalization assembles diverse ideas and backgrounds and cultures. That allows for a greater competency in reaching a mission on a greater scale. If utilized correctly, it may also lessen cultural ignorance and offense, which continues to be a problem in this digital age. I remember H&M back, I want to say back in January or December, they ran a campaign with a black boy in a green hoodie that said "coolest monkey in the jungle." Also back in January, the New York Times reported that their South African stores were actually closed due to the overwhelming protests there. FYI, they immediately hired a diversity leader. Go figure. Had H&M utilized their diverse settings for more than just cheap labor, they would have been more conscientious that the particular campaign would perhaps flop and kill profits significantly. On to the second question. I'll digress from that. It is a little bit of a hot topic for me. So number two, discuss the importance of globalization as it relates to communication in organizations. Communication in organizations is improved with globalization. It is also furthered as entities are forced to expand and correspond outside of their business walls by collaborating with other organizations. With that, you're intensifying your reach and including more ideas and perspectives. While it might provide preliminary tensions and concerns, if strategically navigated, organizations can be more impactful in their influences on their consumers. And finally, number three, does globalization have an impact on your career goals? Be specific with examples and then explain how it does or does not impact your chosen career path. Okay. So globalization does have an impact on my career goals. I have always felt that my purpose was to be an active participant, perhaps even an influencer in community relations. That's definitely a shout out to my Girl Scouting background. Connecting underserved communities with local corporations that are willing and able to assist in bettering their trajectory has always been my passion project. And honestly, it's kind of how I started my career. I've planned several events and garnered community involvement and sponsorship, and I've just kind of ran with it. I was good with it and I stuck with it, and I felt it's the only thing that I've done in all my years of working that I felt was meaningful, and it was never a waste of time, and I always will gladly do it for free. So that, I guess, is saying something. Nevertheless, since grad school, I've been able to polish that idea up a bit and realize that corporate social responsibility might be the better and, frankly, the more lucrative avenue for my goals. Corporate social responsibility is built on the foundation that organizations understand their obligations as global citizens. Back to that term I was saying earlier. They are not in business for mere profit, but rather to provide a service and better communities within their reach, be it physically or financially. Globalization affects this practice as it encourages acknowledgement of community concerns. One of my favorite companies that knocks this out of the park is Ben & Jerry's. Yes, I'm struggling not to have ice cream this summer, but nevertheless, they do a really good job with that. I actually found an article from American Marketing Association, which is also known as AMA here in Nashville. They did a story on their practices this time last year, actually. Should have done it as a Throwback Thursday post, but nevertheless, you can easily assume just from Ben & Jerry's social media, but their global marketing manager confirmed that about a third of his job alone is activist driven. They focus on fair trade, energy concerns. As of recently, they have unapologetically acknowledged that, they've unapologetically acknowledged the whole Black Lives Matter. So sorry, I've lost my train of thought. I refuse to restart the video. But no, so you can easily see that from their social media. But as of recently, as race tensions have intensified in America, they have just unapologetically addressed Black Lives Matter movement. AMA actually addressed that there is a lot of times that the programming the programming that they launch experiences better feedback overseas. Europe actually had a higher response rate than America. Even as I say this, I'm going to tweet the article out so you all can read it, and just hopefully Ben & Jerry's becomes your favorite company like mine. Nevertheless, these are my responses, and even though recording these have been super nerve-wracking for me, I've actually enjoyed listening to you all and your ideas and seeing your faces, because a lot of you, I've been in classes with you throughout this first year. But nevertheless, thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you later.